Yo, it was good, y'all. So we got some new Epstein files and shit. I don't know, I'm feeling frisky. I got some coffee and shit. It's just a side note. I'm about to dip this truffle inside the coffee and shit. I'm gonna let that motherfucker melt while I ramble for a bit. Yeah, so supposedly they dropped some new Epstein files, right? We got Bill Gates in there, Trump in there, and I'm not surprised. I already knew Trump and Epstein was road dogs. Supposedly, it's been unfolding a couple of these files. They dropped 3 million pages. 3 million pages, bro. How the fuck? That's like terabytes. And I know they got more shit that they hiding. When they first was talking about the Epstein files, I thought everything was just gonna come out and be like thoroughly redacted and doctored, which I gotta. White chocolate truffle in the coffee, banger. But motherfucking yeah. Let's get into this shit for real, for real. Yeah, that was good. I kind of lost track. You see, I was on this shit right here, bro. This dude Epstein was a fucking billionaire, bro. He was a billionaire. Dude was a billionaire for off blackmail. 2026, man. Where them pages at? Just so y'all can see what I seen for real, for real. Golly. You see, they got all this stuff stuck between a whole bunch of hoopla. He was over 50 and they were kids. Yeah, this dude's really sick. Damn. Ties with Bill Gates, Bill Clinton. Yeah, that's why I say left or right, they're all evil. Indictment. Billionaire solicited 3 times. A billionaire, man. Alright, let's get into because look, me personally, I'm not too savvy with the YouTube shit yet for real in the guidelines, so I don't really want. I keep getting like notifications on my video from YouTube talking about like copyright this and all types of hoopla. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm going to go to one of the big dog YouTubers that they know the guidelines and shit, and their video is going to be way more doctored and polished, and I'm just going to bounce off of that for real. And I still got to figure this shit out, though. Hey, walk with me, though.
There was no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent
Walk with me,
individuals.
y'all.
Guys, we're about to see planned blackmail to
Shout out Voyzilla, Coffeezilla. Nigga be exposing everybody. Oh, shit.
most powerful people on the planet, and that is Bill Gates. Listen, there's a lot we're going to get to, but we have to start with probably the craziest revelation here, which is Jeffrey Epstein emailing himself about Bill Gates. Now, if you don't know, Bill Gates and Epstein had a relationship post-2008. That's a big year.
Man, Epstein had a relationship with Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, the Mossad, through Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell's dad was rich as hell, was connected with Epstein. They did some business together. Like, this dude, he even has ties with the paraplegic scientist dude, a smart ass dude, Steven Spielberg or some shit. Bear with me, I forgot dude's name, bruh. But we all know who I'm talking about right now. But he had ties with that guy. Like, oh Lord, imagine his creepy ass in the corner just typing, bring me chicks or some shit. Like, what? This is crazy. This like some like S tier Family Guy episodes, like a dark ass episode or some shit. But it turns out to just be real life, sadly.
Hear a lot today because 2008 was the time that Epstein pled guilty for soliciting of somebody under the age of 18. He was a predator at this point. Everybody knew it. Now, eventually, Bill Gates would get divorced when all of this came out. Melinda Gates said it was part of the direct cause for the divorce. She said she met Epstein and said he was evil.
He was evil personified.
So you have to understand, this is like Bill Gates' kryptonite. He's one of the richest men on the planet. He's got this huge philanthropy arm. But
Bill Gates, I was already reading into that shit a little bit. I read into it just a wee bit. And when I was reading into it, it says something as if I even seen this on Instagram. Supposedly Epstein gave Bill Gates a STD through like one of the girls they procured, and he ended up giving it to his wife. I see this on IG. I don't know if this is true, allegedly. And he wanted to like get like some secret way to like give her the medicine, or to like he wanted to secretly give it to her. Some weird sicko shit, man. I'm not surprised. Bill Gates is a sick human being. Bill Gates went to Africa and defiled people in the name of science. Bill Gates, in my humble opinion, had a good hand and role in the COVID thing. And Bill Gates, if it ever comes down to it, and we have to have human tokenized like economy, like a centralized token, I think Bill Gates is gonna play a huge role in that. Bill Gates wants people to eat bug food and motherfucking lab meat and shit. Like he controls most of the farmland. Think about how evil this is. To control most of the farmland in the country, right? Or a big chunk of it. And then you want people to eat bugs and fake steak. Make that make sense. The dude's sick in the head. He's already talked about centralized tokens for society. All these rich people, they're pretty evil people, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
relationship with Epstein has been a huge problem.
Well, most of them.
And Epstein appears to have known that, because in 2013, Bill Gates appears to be distancing himself from Jeffrey Epstein, and Epstein seems to have a problem with that. He says, "I assume the dedication to our relation went both ways. Larry has now asked me to recommit to a confidentiality agreement." Basically, he's got to shut up about his relationship with Bill Gates. And this is where the blackmail starts, and it comes...
Like, you being too hot. You making too much noise, boy. What are you doing? Shut up. Like, why you making too much noise? You in the news, nigga? What's going on? Oh, Christ.
Form of like, if I were you, I would do X if I were the type of guy that you should be. He says, in that regard, I suggest I buy you the house that you had your heart set on. In addition to 5 years of severance, we'll buy you out of the investment contract we agreed upon, 30 to 40% of an $100 million partnership for $30 million in today's terms. That's what I would have done had I been in your shoes. Then he lays out what he has on Bill Gates, or what he says he has. Quote, to add insult to injury,
Bro, I do not know why Twitch keeps saying Hollow Knight on my stream and shit, but I'm not really even like, I don't know what to do with that. For something's wrong with the Twitch system. It's not really running on, like, when I play a video and shit, it be putting something totally different. Like, they don't change the name. And I just got tired of, like, changing it, so I changed it after the video is released and dropped. You feel me? Hollow Knight hard as shit. Go play that joint, you feel me?
subsequently, with tears in your eyes, implore me to delete the emails I had regarding your STD. Your request that I provide you antibiotics that you could surreptitiously give to Melinda, and the description of your... I mean, this is insane. It's completely insane. It's like basically laying out in text form, I would give me millions of dollars, and I can't believe you're asking me to delete the message where you were going to give STD medication to your wife without her knowledge. I mean, it's complete. It's crazy. It's just completely obvious what he's doing here. It's just a nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Here's what you should do. But now that coming out after Epstein's death, this looks really bad for Gates, obviously, because you usually wouldn't
Bro, drop a fucking white chocolate truffle in the coffee mug. Now that was magical. Okay? That was spectacular. I'm gonna be honest with you. Go try that shit. Go take you some sweet cream, some coffee, a little bit of sugar. Look, chill on me. Stir it all up. Then when you're done, drop a white chocolate truffle in that motherfucker. Let me know how it feel. I feel like I just had to man, I'm charged up, man.
Tell somebody for something that's completely false or fake. I mean, maybe he did that. But we also know Bill Gates had affairs. Obviously, Melinda credits it for their divorce. So it's hard to believe there was nothing sketchy going on. Bill Gates, of course, maintains that it was completely above board. He says the fact this allegation was in here just shows how much Epstein was willing to defame people. But Epstein lays it out. He says he helped Bill get drugs.
Man, Bill was willing to defame himself. Both of the Bills, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, them some sinister motherfuckers, huh? Bill. That shit crazy. Both of the Bills just insane. Bill.
Deal with the consequences of sex with Russian girls, facilitating his illicit trysts with married women, and to being asked to provide Adderall for bridge tournaments. Look, guys, this is exactly what we suspected the whole time. Epstein was providing services to rich people and expecting payment via blackmail. Now you might say, and it's true, that we don't know that Epstein ultimately sent that version of an email to Gates. All we know is he sent that to himself. He may have planned the blackmail and just been drafting something. But what we do know are two things. The Wall Street Journal has reported that Gates was threatened by Epstein over an affair. We also know that after this blackmail email Jeffrey sent to himself was written, eventually Gates sent a $2 million donation to MIT directed by Jeffrey Epstein, which is...
MIT is another weird school. Weird ass place. They got all types of weird stuff going on over there. From robots to aliens to probably like psyop missions, operations. Shit, they probably growing all types of they probably got a homunculus at MIT. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. It's always MIT, bro. Always.
Bit weird if you had distanced yourself from the guy and y'all had this big falling out. Now again, do we know for sure that Bill Gates did all of that? No, of course we don't. But do I think Bill Gates was innocently looking for charity advice from a after he already pled guilty? No, I don't. I'm sorry, I'm not that gullible. And speaking of not that gullible, we've been lied to.
Birds of a feather. Birds of a feather.
Also by another richest guy on the planet. Geez, it's a shock why they don't want to put this out.
What? Trump and Ghislaine? I mean, Trump. Damn, that's crazy. I call Elon Musk Trump. That's crazy. I already knew Ghislaine and Trump was road dogs. But Ghislaine and fucking Elon, bro? What the hell is going on? 2012, bruh? Oh, I remember this shit. When this shit happened, when it came to the light, Elon Musk dropped some shit on the internet like he didn't know who she was. She just posted up next to him and wanted to take a picture or some dumbass shit like that. But look at this guy. Look at this bozo.
Musk.
He's smiling. Yo, he know who she is. Oh, damn. If I had to guess, they met through some mutuals.
4 years that it is a lie that he went to Epstein's island. In fact, he says he refused to go. From Elon, he says, Epstein tried to get me to go to his island. I refused. He says, anyone pushing this false narrative deserves complete contempt. Later responding to another headline which said Elon Musk planned trip to Epstein's private island, and he's...
Oh, no. Hey, what? Elon Musk is in the Epstein files? Damn. That's crazy. What the fuck is this going on right here? Download version. What y'all talking about?
This is false. But of course, we start to dig through the files, and we can see on Epstein's calendar that Elon Musk is booked in December 6th of 2014. But maybe you don't...
And if you know anything about that occult shit, it's wicked. Because they like to do things on the 6th, you know? The 6th day of the month. You know what I'm talking about? 666. All of that type shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in none of that, but that's what they really like to do. Like, there's really people out here that live by that. They really die behind that shit. You feel me? So, like, yeah, I say just let them be. But, as I was saying, yeah, they do it on what the fuck was that? Oh, nah, get that shit out of here. What the fuck? Yo. Yo, what the hell? Get that shit out of here. But they do it on particular days like December 6th, June 6th, you know, because June 6th, you could get 6 and 6. It's crazy. Allegedly.
That's just the word of Jeffrey Epstein. But maybe you'll believe the word of Elon Musk, who was caught emailing Jeffrey Epstein to go to his island post the guilty plea. Elon Musk writes, "We'll be in BVI St. Bart's area over the holidays. Good time to visit." Jeffrey Epstein says, "I will send a heli for you." Later, Elon Musk writes to Epstein, probably
Oh, no, they was friends. I don't even think that was probably his first time going over there. He talking about something. He gonna send him a helicopter. What?
Lula and me, his ex-wife, what day and night would be the wildest party on your island? The world?
Yeah, there's no saving these niggas, man. There's no saving these elitists, these oligarchs, these wolves, man. They hedonistic as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, shit. Obama too, nigga. I smoke for all of them. I do not care. They all evil to me. But yeah, as I was continuing, let me continue. For every single one of these politicians. Motherfucking, what's his name? Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton. They all evil as fuck, bro. They all sit at the same dinner table, drinking the same champagne. It's fucked up out here, man.
This man is asking the most pedophile man for the wildest party on his island. And then it gets more explicit. In 2012, remember, this is the guy who said, "I refused it. I could never do that," right? It's false. But here in 2012, he says, "Do you have any parties planned? I've been working to the edge of my sanity this year. I really want to hit the party scene in St. Bart's or elsewhere and let loose. The invitation is much appreciated, but a peaceful island experience is the opposite of what I'm looking for." Guys, he can't even play the "I went to go study math."
Bruh, he talking about he want the freakiest thing you could provide. What? Hey, bruh. Dog, this dude is crazy, bruh. Why on earth why do rich people like to use the emails? Why don't y'all just talk in person? If you gonna be this like hedonistic and foul with somebody that you know has already been indicted and arrested by police, that is a billionaire, probably tipped off some FBI agents here and there, why on earth? Then again, Elon Musk one of them people who he's so smart he's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, it's crazy.
Which is what all these guys do. They say, "Hey, I just went to go talk to scientists." Elon's like, "Hey, I don't want to do that. I'm looking for a party. That's what I'm here to do." And then Jeffrey Epstein writes, "Understood, I will see you on St. Barth. The ratio on my island might make your ex-wife uncomfortable. I can't believe these guys are lying to us, and people are swallowing it still."
Oh my God. Shame on Sky News for this utterly misleading headline. Bruh, what's wrong with these people?
And Elon Musk had nothing to do with this guy. So again, that's 2012. That's 2014. But guess what?
They was friends, man. Him, Trump, and Epstein, bro. This shit is fucked up for damn YouTube. Chill on me, bro. But it's really some fucked up shit. This some fucked up shit, man. Shit.
Other time in 2013. I mean, this seems like a yearly thing with the boys. Here, once again, Elon Musk writes, "We'll be in the BVI St. Bart's area over the holidays." Again, is there a good time to visit? Jeffrey Epstein, any day, 1st to the 8th. Play it by ear if you want. Always space for you. They then plan some more, and you might think, well, if Elon ever told the truth, this is when he has to reject, right? Because he said, "I refused." But actually, it appears to be one of those cases where, like, your friend says, like, "Oh, bro, I dumped her." And actually, it was the other way. Yeah, it turns out Elon didn't dump the p***. The p*** dumped Elon. He says,
What?
bad news. Unfortunately, my schedule will keep me.
Oh, Lord. Elon Musk really a loser like that? You got cut off by Jeffrey Epstein, dude? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. You imagine getting cut off by a sheer creep. The pure essence of a demonic entity. Like I'm just crazy. Why do you even want to hang out with that? It's insane to me. Like you don't have no radar or nothing. But then again, birds of a feather. Like I said before, birds of a feather. So it makes sense. I keep doing that. These motherfucking this Mac shit, man. I'm used to the Windows.
New York. Hopefully we can schedule another time in the future. Jeffrey Epstein let Elon down. That's actually the real story. Is the reason he didn't go in 2013 was because he couldn't go. Jeffrey Epstein was not there. Guys, I mean, how blatant do they have to make it before we start to just see through it, right? When they issue these...
Bro, Trump and Epstein was best friends. And supposedly Elon was like their little road dog, their third wheel and whatnot. Just like kind of sort of like when Trump was running for president, Elon kind of looked like the third wheel that just showed up, like he just wanted to be around. And Trump him and Trump had like that little spewed-in fat where Trump was like basically like get away from me type shit. Like he basically like I used you up. I don't know how to explain it, but like it kind of gave that type of like that type of vibe, I guess. I don't know. Oh shit! This is probably the same thing happening, just in the past tense. Very reminiscent.
Denials. They're totally associated with the guy after the guilty plea. They lie through their teeth, but they can't even keep their story straight. I mean, that's what's crazy. They're not even competent at this. They get caught in their own lies all the time. Remember, the FBI's official story was they didn't blackmail. Well, before we even had these files, Howard Lutnick was on the record calling Jeffrey Epstein the greatest blackmailer ever.
So how come Bill Gates and all these other people could hang around him and not see what you saw? Or did they see it and ignore it? Or
No, they participated.
right.
That's what his MO was, you know.
They was best friends, man. I said this shit months ago, man. They was best friends, bro. Trump, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, man. Not Elon, obviously. He was just like a little, you know, just somebody that was beneficial here and there, I guess. That shit kind of fucked up. Oh shit. But yeah, Trump and Epstein was definitely best friends. They was in Mar-a-Lago having pictures together, sipping together, drinks with the biddies and all around. Man, what? If that's not some road dog shit, I don't know what road dog shit is.
Get a massage. And what happened in that massage room, I assume was on video. This guy was the greatest blackmailer ever.
Interesting. Okay.
Bro, he had a painting of Bill Clinton in a blue dress, my nigga. Bill Clinton in a blue dress, hung up for the world to see when you come into the island. Imagine the power, and you know Bill Clinton too. It's not like some jackass in fucking Idaho that's like a hardcore Republican that got a painting of Bill Clinton in a dress. No, he knows Bill Clinton. Imagine how eerie that is. Like, he basically saying, I got you in the vice script, nigga. Like, come on, bruh.
Howard has a different perspective. Now, if you don't know, that guy, do you think he's just telling the truth there? Even this guy who's contradicting the official narrative, this guy literally lived next to Jeffrey Epstein. This guy was like, I'm going to tell the truth. Those guys participated. That guy lived next to Jeffrey Epstein. And by the way, he lied too. I love this video we're about to get into because this guy, Mr. He's the greatest blackmailer ever, does he know something we don't know? Because it's interesting, Mr. I'm his neighbor had to also explain how he had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. And he lays it out pretty simply. He goes, yep, I lived next to him, but in 2005, I had such a horrible experience that I knew I could never talk to him again.
He was your neighbor for 10 years. How well did you know him?
We move in 2005, okay? Jeffrey Epstein is arrested in like 08, I think, or something like that.
Right.
So knock on the door. His assistant on like a Saturday says, Mr. Epstein, your neighbor would like to invite you over for coffee. And there's a massage table in the middle of the room. Massage table in the middle of your house?
That's weird.
How often do you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he like,
Yeah, bruh. You should have known right there. This dude was on bullshit. He a weirdo. What? He on some whole quagmire shit in real life. He was a real life quagmire, bro. That's crazy. Giggity ass motherfucker.
weirdly close to me.
Ooh.
And he says, and the right kind of massage.
What?
Now, my wife is standing here.
Whoa.
So she looks at me, and I look at her, and we say, I'm sorry.
Time to go. It's time. That's what I would have said. So it's time to go, man. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I think I left the oven on, the stove on. Shit. My fault.
And we left. And in the 6 or 8 steps it takes to get from his house to my house, my wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again.
Well, he couldn't be more clear, could he, right? He says, hey, I may have been his next door neighbor, but I met him once before the 2008 guilty plea. Remember I said that was a big deal? And we got invited over, and it was like 5 seconds, and we left, and we realized he was a creep. We were out of there. He made this rude, lewd comment in front of my wife. I would never go see this guy. And he makes it super clear.
Don't tell me he went back to see him behind the wife's back, man. On some gooner shit, man. Ain't no way this nigga double back on some gooner shit. I'm willing to bet it's something like that, though. Dude double back on some straight up full gooner shit.
He's gross.
So I was never in the room with him socially, for business, or for even philanthropy. If that guy was there, I wasn't going because he's gross.
These other guys, they may have participated.
They participated.
But Howard Lutnick, he could never. No, he's too good of a guy. Well, guess what we found in the old emails? Looky. It's Howard Lutnick writing in to Jeffy Boy in 2012. Hi, Jeff. We're landing in St. Thomas early afternoon, planning to head over. Where are you located? What's the exact location for my captain? Does Sunday evening for dinner sound good? Is this the guy you...
Hey, bruh. These people, they going against each other. They, it's like when the Titanic was falling in the movie and all the rich people was, like, trying to, like, fight for a spot on the boat. It's like, this is crazy. Whoa.
Made a lewd comment to your wife and, I could never be in front of him. He's gross. Guess what the next email is? My boy's wife messaging in, saying we're headed towards you in St. Thomas. Later, the subject line, Jeffrey Epstein. Good morning, Howard. Jeffrey wished me to pass you along. Nice seeing you. They clearly met, and the guy is just lying about it to your face, to the American public's face, and they tried to hide it from us. I cannot emphasize that.
They need to lock these niggas up. From Bill Clinton, shit, all these niggas, man. They need to lock these motherfuckers up. Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, Trump too, nigga. Fuck, they need to lock up all these people. Vance too, they all accomplices to, like, this is espionage. This is like traitorous behavior right now, bro. Bill Gates, Hillary Clinton, lock them all up, bro. We'll start over, cause this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. There's no fixing this. Like, you gotta really break this whole thing down and build it back up, bro. It's too corrupt. That's the takeaway I really have. I'm gonna get to that when, like, this video is over.
Is this enough? They're lying through their teeth. You think this guy perfectly remembers a 2005, like, walking in the guy's house? I remember exactly what I said to him. My wife and I looked at each other, and he wouldn't remember the 2012. I boated over to his private island for a dinner. Is that what we're really thinking? Is that what we're expected to believe? This is a momentary lapse in his judgment. No, these guys don't even care about being consistent, and they're all throwing each other under the bus. Don't you remember Elon Musk saying, the time to drop the really big bomb? Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they haven't been made public. My guy You also are in the Epstein files, very clearly doing stuff you lied about. Okay,
Fiending.
so is Howard Lutnick, who says,
Epstein files geeking. That's crazy. Geeking. That's insane. You geeking again denied. Billionaire. These people are losers, bruh. Elon Musk is a loser, sadly. Apparently.
Gates, he's
He might be a creep, too.
blackmailed because he participated. What did you do
It was already a racist. I mean, yeah.
on the island over in 2012, Howard? Do we know that? I mean, does anyone care? Now, the last thing I want to talk about is some of the most explosive stuff. It's also, again, I have to say, unverified, okay? This is the NT.
I'll begin to that later.
See, the FBI's National Threat Operations Center. And the challenge with confirming some of this is that these are anonymous tips, or they black them out at least, so we don't know who they are, and anyone can drop a tip. Now, that doesn't mean that you should disregard them. It just means we can't verify them. The other challenge is that the FBI has a heavy incentive to discredit anything with Donald Trump in it, just because he's in the White House right now, obviously. And so I want to be clear, there are notes related to some of these submissions where they say things like complainant was spoken to and deemed not credible. Additional research showed 3 separate redacted. You know, it's hard to tell how much this is the proper due diligence of the FBI, which they should be doing, of course, and not all complaints are credible. But also there's this obvious conflict of interest with the fact that the sitting president is in some of these complaints. But here they are for what it's worth. Complaint summary. Blank reported an unidentified female friend who was forced to perform on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told Alexis that she was approximately 13 to 14 years old when this occurred, and the friend allegedly bit President.
Huh? Oh my gosh. Ew, bro.
While performing, friend was allegedly hit in the face after she laughed about biting President Trump. The friend also said she was abused by Epstein. Later, there's very explosive claims about big parties with her, other younger girls, and older Victoria's Secret models, including Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. There's claims third hand about a female victim of Epstein's who wants to publish a book citing Leslie Wexner, Epstein, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump. Ghislaine Maxwell is in the videos as well. And like this for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, bruh. These people are wicked. Really fucking evil, dude. And the masquerade or charade, it might just be continuing, getting a little worse. Or it's getting better and they finally starting to get exposed. From Elon Musk to Bill Clinton. It's crazy. Bill Gates. And the funniest thing about it, nobody's about to go to jail for this shit. Most of the people that are like the names that they're calling out, bro, they're too like woven into the infrastructure of this country. Sadly, this country let oligarchs like take a full like bloody handle of the country. Like people like BlackRock, Bill Gates. Like, if you lock these people up, the vacuum is gonna create Trump, Elon Musk. The vacuum that shit is going to create in the economy, it would be absolutely insane. So I know nothing's gonna happen to them, sadly. This is crazy. And they didn't really release no verifiable stuff, I guess, because they're already refuting the claims. But it really does show that left or right, these people, they're both wicked. Like, people need to stop fully riding behind these politicians that don't care about the people. They care about these interests that are listed in these sheets, these interests that are listed in these files. They care about the people that are funding them, that have these type of interests to protect. You don't think Bill Gates is throwing money at the Trump Foundation? Or vice versa? The whatever, if the left one, you don't think he's throwing money at that foundation? Same with Elon Musk. All of these people, bro. Like, and they're all having dinner together. Like, they're all doing these nefarious acts with each other, and then they come out on the world stage and act like they're against each other amongst the. Let me chill, for real, let me chill. But just to do it in front of the people, type shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit is kind of wicked for. I mean, it's really wicked. There ain't no kind of this. It's really wicked. But I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's just being like withheld. Too many stuff because like, how did he become a billionaire? Why are we not talking about that? He had to be the best blackmailer or whatever because he was just exchanging stocks like that. You know how hard it is to make $1 billion from stocks? Supposedly, there's a theory that he got it from Ghislaine Maxwell's father, and he was like the bridge for like his money, so Ghislaine would always have bread or some shit like that. But the more you think about it, for him to be this brazen to like befriend somebody like Elon Musk, and then you like dish off on Elon Musk, like he's a billionaire, like, cause you just, I don't know, you're just not really feeling, you're not feeling it or something like that. It's pretty it's like his ego or his ego was real high, man. It was real high. Like, he felt like the king of the land. Supposed the way it's looking, the way he's talking about these people, he's talking about Trump and Bill Gates like they're just regular people, bro. Like, he got them into his palm. Like, he's just, I'm doing this to come through. You can't come. He got people literally getting out of their house on the East Coast, flying to the Caribbean to come hang out with him. Geeking too. Yeah, these people wicked. These people wicked, man. Like, these people wicked. Like, it's actually kind of it's crazy. It's even crazier that nothing is gonna happen from this shit. But like I said, left to right, it's the people at the top you gotta worry about, cause they still gonna cut these deals with the people that have these type of dirt on them or whatever. They're gonna cut these deals with them while they fuck over the people time and time over again. So I think that's a real issue to worry about. Then another side note, like, I ain't gonna lie, when Trump first started his presidential shit, I thought he was like a pretty cool guy and shit. But like, once this Epstein shit came out, I was just like, bro, you really like, you just like the rest of them, bro. You a fake loser for real, bro. Because why on earth you said you was gonna release the Epstein files and all of this, but then when you became president, you talking about the Epstein files not real. They they don't exist. Why you still talking about them? Type shit. It shows a lot of hidden agendas have been going on. Then you cutting deals with foreign nations. You boasting up wars or people that have already been stomped and smothered out. You trying to turn them into ashes. It's hilarious for real, for real. It's hilarious. So, left or right, the same agendas still get pushed. The things still happen. The only way this country would change is if somebody with like actual grassroots really grew amongst the people, backed by the people, was to become a politician. That's the only way. And even then, you're at a risk. You're at a risk like a motherfucker. Even then, because money is a hell of a motherfucker, and so many people are just being bought and sold nowadays, bro. Like, these people, politicians have been bought and sold so many years in a row, so many decades, bro, so many generations, that it's to the point the population, the American people are bought and sold. The regular American citizen is a slave now. That's how they fuck people. That's how bad they fuck people heads up. This is a whole nother video for a whole nother day. Subscribe if you made it this far too. But that's just that's like a really side note to how they fucked up people's heads so bad. They got people beefing over black or white, what you doing on your free time, who you who you what political views you have, if you're conservative or liberal, if you're left or right. They got y'all fighting over blue, pink, over motherfucking race, nationality, like over dumb arguments that shouldn't really be existing in today's day and age. They got people fighting over real stupid stuff while they doing shit like this in the background. And they making actual laws and cutting deals because they got dirt on them like this that they did in the background. And people still fighting over black, white, woody woo wop. They done turned people into slaves in the process. They done made it so like the average worker is over here scribbling and scrounging. Like they turned the country into damn nearly a cyberpunk dystopia. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. Like I shouldn't be having these conversations for real. Like it's really crazy out here right now, the day and age we living in. Like imagine getting bamboozled so bad by politicians. They got some people out here living paycheck to paycheck. Some people out here living paycheck to paycheck. They not surviving for shit. You feel me? They don't know how to stay afloat. And the beautiful thing is, you really gotta be money savvy out here because it is possible to stay afloat. Even in the even in the economy we live in, it's very possible to be progressive and move in abundance type shit and be plentiful, shall I say. I know that for sure because I've done it. But everything that's being said is true. The modern person today is a slave. They're tied down to bills. They're tied down to all types of things that they shouldn't really be tied down to. You got people that went to school. They sacrificed years of their life. And they can't even get a job when they get out of school. In the field that they went to school for. The field that they went to school for. They can't even get a job in that field. They're working in department stores and clothes stores and shit. This is what I'm saying. They turned people into slaves while y'all still fighting over white and black. They got it got so good. They got so good at this shit. This is a deep pocket. Like the video I made a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Like you got FBAs fighting against Africans and Africans fighting against black Americans. They got people so scrappled and scoundrels that they call it Africans in Africa, black Africans, nigga. Where'd that term come from? I thought it was just African. I thought a nigga was just African. You like they call you got blacks fighting against blacks. Now you got white people fighting with white people. You're a hard R lover. You're a weak liberal cunt. Bro, it's getting even worse. Like it's infighting on infighting. It's fighting against different groups. Then those groups having infightings while these rich people doing all types of heinous things. That's like a whole nother video of how they really captured the country and have people still fighting amongst each other while this type stuff is happening. It's interesting, man. Hey, subscribe. I fuck with y'all. If I fuck with me. Chill on me, YouTube.